Leo grinned, his face illuminated by the screen of his phone. Bonsoir, chat. Tonight's adventure brings us to an abandoned sanatorium. They say it's haunted. He chuckled nervously, adjusting the camera. Let's see if the rumors are true. Leo was known for his urban exploration videos. Abandoned buildings, forgotten tunnels. Nothing was off limits. His viewers loved the thrill of the unknown, and tonight was no different. The chat scrolled rapidly with messages urging him on. He stepped carefully through the overgrown entrance, the only sound his own breathing and the crunch of gravel under his feet. The air was heavy with the smell of decay and dust, sending a shiver down his spine. It's definitely creepy in here, he whispered, his voice echoing in the silence, but I've seen worse. The sanatorium was a labyrinth of crumbling walls and shattered glass. Leo moved slowly, his camera capturing glimpses of rusted beds and decaying medical charts. The wind howled through the broken windows, sounding like the cries of tormented souls. He rounded a corner and stopped short. Before him stood a massive, iron-wrought door. It was unlike anything else in the building, intricately carved with strange symbols that seemed to writhe in the dim light. A chill ran down his spine. This felt different. "Whoa, what is this?" Leo whispered, his voice trembling slightly. He moved closer, the camera focusing on the door. There was a heavy padlock, but the metal around the keyhole was scratched and dented, as if someone had tried to force it open. A single word was etched above the archway, in a language he couldn't understand. "Forbidden," he breathed, translating the word from the strange symbols. The chat exploded with excitement. "Open it! What are you waiting for? Don't be scared!" Leo hesitated, a knot of unease tightening in his stomach. He'd never backed down from a challenge before, but something about this door filled him with dread. "I don't know, guys," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "This feels wrong." But the chat was insistent, their demands growing louder and more insistent. Finally, with a deep breath, Leo reached for the padlock. It fell open in his hand, as if it had been unlocked all along. He stared at it for a moment, his heart pounding in his chest. The air around the door seemed to crackle with energy. A cold breeze swept through the corridor, chilling him to the bone. He could have sworn he heard a whisper just beyond the threshold, beckoning him forward. He pushed the heavy door open, with a groan of rusty hinges. The air inside was stagnant and cold, thick with the smell of mildew and something else, metallic, like old blood. The room was pitch black, the only light coming from his camera's LED. He took a hesitant step inside, his heart pounding in his ears. "Hello?" he called out, his voice echoing in the darkness. There was no answer, only the sound of his own breathing and a faint, rhythmic dripping sound. He shone his light around the room, revealing bare concrete walls covered in strange symbols and diagrams. In the center of the room was a large, ornate mirror, its surface covered in dust. As he approached the mirror, the message on the dusty surface became clear. It was written in the same language as the inscription above the door, but this time, Leo understood. "You should not have come," it read. The reflection in the mirror wavered, the image of his own terrified face replaced by something dark and monstrous. The camera slipped from his grasp, falling to the floor with a thud. The screen went black. The live stream ended abruptly, leaving thousands of viewers staring at a frozen screen. A moment later, a single message appeared in the chat, written in the same strange language that had adorned the forbidden door. "He is mine now." Then, silence. Leo was never seen or heard from again.